What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jay. Today I'm going to be going ahead and reviewing the Sony 85mm f1.8 lens. But before I go ahead and do that, I want to do a couple shout outs. The first shout out I want to give is going to be to Express My Soul. They actually sent me this awesome t-shirt. It says failure does not exist. I love the quote and I really do believe it. So I'm gonna go ahead and in the comments link their Instagram so that you guys could see their page and everything that they have to offer with some cool motivational apparel. When it comes to the Sony 85mm f1.8 lens, I love it. I was actually looking to start getting into portrait photography. If you guys do know me, you know I do a lot of landscapes and things like that. So I was looking for, and if you guys don't know, Sony's lenses are expensive and there's not that many off-brands, so choosing the right lens for me specifically, I have to be very careful and do a bunch of research. So I saw some YouTube reviews on comparing the 1.8 Sony against the Zeiss Batis, and every review I saw showed that it's pretty much the same lens. The bokeh is the same, the depth of field, I mean everything, like was apples to apples, but this bad boy right here was only half the price at $598. I ordered it off of Amazon Prime and there was actually a wait list. This thing got sold out because of all the hype videos right away. So when it dropped, I had to wait almost 2 months to get my hands on this. And it was a little frustrating, but well worth the wait. My buddy Johnny, he's also another great photographer. He swears by it as well. And this is gonna be why. So let's go ahead, take a look at actual manufacturing of this lens right here. It does come with a nice lens hood, which I think is great. It has a great beefy lens cap that's actually a 67mm in case you want to go ahead get some UV filters. My first real notice on this lens is it's heavy, but it's not too heavy. It feels durable. The focusing ring is metal and it's very smooth, and the glass is super. I mean, I love it. On this side, you actually have an autofocus lock button as well as an autofocus and manual focus switch. So what you could do is, instead of having to go into your camera settings and change it or into your function buttons, you could actually just switch it and switch back and forth. I do like this, and it is a Sony E-mount lens. Now it goes from f1.8 all the way up to f22. I don't know who would be using this to shoot 22, but you do have that option. Now the lens does have 9 blades in the actual aperture, and I think that's what really helps, gives you like phenomenal bokeh. I'm gonna show you guys some test pictures of a model that I shot and then some product pictures so you guys could see how creamy smooth the background actually really becomes. Now when it comes to the glass, it's EG element glass, so they claim to have sharpness from corner to corner. I do notice a lot more sharpness in dead center, but that's every lens that you go ahead and pick up. When it comes to this one right here, I really think it's a great buy. I had a lot of time to sit on it, and it was a toss-up between the G Master 1.4, but that's $2,000. For me, just getting started into portraiture, I don't want to spend that money and invest unless I know it's something I'm going to be doing on the regular. Then there was the Zeiss Batis, and as I already said, there were so many reviews saying that this lens is comparable, if not dead exact compared to that lens at only half the price. It was well worth my wait. I mean, who doesn't want to save money, especially if you're in the Sony game? You know the struggle's real. And after seeing Jason Lanier and Manny Ortiz and a bunch of awesome YouTubers reviewing this lens, and I'm sorry that mine's a little dusty and dirty, I do put a lot of work on this, I really had no other option but to sit and wait and order it. I did order it off of Amazon Prime. If you want, I have a link in the actual body where you could click on it and order it right there. It came in 2 days. Once they got it back in stock, I was super stoked, and I have had nothing but great success with this lens. I honestly cannot say, and obviously I'm not paid by Sony or anything like that, but I honestly think that this is a phenomenal lens if you're just trying to get into portraiture or you do some sort of product shots, whether it's for companies, apparel, you know, small jewelry, stuff like that. This is the lens that you definitely want to have in your camera bag. Now I want to go more in depth, so let's go ahead and check out some pictures and see the actual sharpness of this lens and what it can produce. Okay, so we're diving into Lightroom and I'm gonna show you guys some examples using this lens. Now, as you guys could see right here, I did an awesome shoot with my good friend Lauren, and we're gonna go ahead and zoom in to go ahead and see how sharp this lens actually is. So if we go ahead and zoom in, I mean, the detail in the iris of her eyes, from the teeth, to the hair strands individually at this far of a distance for me is phenomenal. The fact that I could almost see the reflection of myself in her eyeballs is mind-blowing. So this lens, I'm absolutely loving it. The detail is there. You could see in the background how it just melts away, and it's phenomenal. And this was shooting with ISO 100, obviously 85mm, that's the lens, at 2.8. Now that's only 2.8. If you could see around the perimeter of her arms and everything, it's super sharp, and obviously the picture is edited, but this is how it's gonna produce when edited properly. So let's go ahead, check out another picture and review some more. All right, so next we have another picture using super low light. The ISO's at 6400, f1.8 at 1/50 of a second, and this is what I came up with right here. The detail, when you zoom in and once it buffers, of course it's gonna be a little noisy, but you could see the individual hair strands. Personally, for me, I love this lens. I think it comes out really, really nice, whether you're shooting in really dark elements, and that's important for me because, as you could tell, a lot of my pictures are gonna be at night or in really low light situations. This shot right here, once it loads up, was shot at ISO 5000. Once again, the only light in the room was the light from my girlfriend Karina's hand, and I think the picture just looks really, really nice, and I'm loving it. We'll do one more right here. And this is one of my favorite pictures that I took from this shoot with her, and file cannot be found. All right, so apparently I must have deleted off my computer, but you could see right here, another shot, awesome bokeh. The detail's phenomenal. Now, if you do have some questions, yes, it's going to work on any of the APS-C Sonys, but it's gonna crop in. So I usually use this lens on my Sony a7R Mark II, so it's a true 85mm. On this though, it's gonna crop into about 135mm, so it's gonna be very tight, macro style, but yes, it will fit, it will work. Kind of looks like a little Canon, you know? So this is super cool also. It can be versatile for any of your Sony lenses. So that pretty much ends up the review today. If you guys do have any questions about the lens, if you want to see any more pictures, I'm gonna put a link to my Instagram. I use the lens very often. If you guys did like the video, please throw a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and this week I'm gonna have a couple more tutorials for you on editing. My name was Jason. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.